Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Don't know what this is. Welcome back to the channel. It is Household12 here, and today I have got a custom tactics video for you guys. Sort of. It's not quite custom tactics. It's 3 things for you guys to consider when you're picking your own custom tactics, whether that's custom tactics that I've posted in the past that you guys want to modify slightly, or you're just doing it yourselves. These are 3 things you need to think about when you're doing that. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like the video, especially if you're new. Something like 85% of people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you could subscribe, then I would really appreciate it. But anyway, moving into the actual video itself, rather than me just waffling on. The first thing to consider is your play style. So are you an attacking player? Are you a defensive player? Do you get some kind of satisfaction out of winning 1-0, defending all game, and each their own. If you like that, you like that. Or do you like going forward and just being absolutely ruthless and winning games like 7-4? You know, that kind of style. You need to think about that, because if you do want to attack, you do want to throw players forward, it's no good having, you know, possession-based football on, because your players aren't going to be going forward very quickly. You want something like long ball or fast build up on to get your players further up the pitch quicker. And the same goes for the defensive player. If you want to, you know, see a game out 1-0 or whatever you want to do, then there's no good having a fast build up or long ball on equally, is there? Because your players aren't going to be there to pass to when you get the ball back in with your defenders. So you need to be thinking about these kinds of things, and you need to be thinking about your player instructions, and you know, you need to be able to work out the way you want your players to play. If you think about it like in real life, you know, if you're thinking about you're defending a 1-0 lead, you don't see teams like bombing forward or anything, do you? So you need to have a think about that kind of thing when you're doing your own custom tactics. The second thing I'm going to talk about is using the same custom tactics for at least a week. Like, I know a few people that just, they lose one game and their head explodes and they just completely change everything, sell the team, do whatever, and it's just, yeah, I understand the game's frustrating. It pisses the best of people off, but you've got to stick with something for a little while. You know, have you ever heard of muscle memory before? If you haven't, muscle memory is basically when you just do something over and over again, it becomes second nature. So I bet when we all picked up the controller for the first time to play FIFA or whatever game it was, you were pretty garbage at it. We all were, but eventually, once you've played it enough times, your brain just becomes, you know, it becomes second nature to you. You know the controllers, you know the buttons. You don't need to think about it. It's the exact same with your custom tactics. Effectively, when you're changing them, you're trying to teach your brain something new. You're trying to play a different way, and you just need to give yourself a little bit of time to become accustomed to it. It's absolutely no good just, you know, throwing your toys out your pram after a few games, or, you know, a big loss, because you're never going to learn the tactic that way. You're never going to learn the styles of play that way. So you've just got to bear with it, and you just got to give it a little bit of time to see if you can get used to it. I mean, sometimes you won't. Sometimes it's not a matter of just practice. Sometimes it just doesn't work for you, and obviously that's fine. But you won't know that unless you give it a proper go. So make sure you're trying things out for at least a week, I'd recommend, and then you can see how you get on then and change things up if you need to. And the final thing to think about is having fun. Yes. Fun in FIFA. Yeah, weird one. Not many people tend to do that anymore. At the end of the day, the game is there to entertain, isn't it? You know, we buy the game because we want to play it, because we want to have a good time, basically. We play it to relax, we play it to have fun, and yes, I know I'm lying to myself. But no, we do play it for fun, so make sure you do have fun. Like I said, if you want to win games like 6-4 or whatever, then make sure you've got tactics that suit that. Make sure that you throw as many players forward as you can. Something I like to do sometimes when I've just had enough of the game is I just stick, you know, every single player join the attack, every single player go forward, depth up as high as it can possibly go, and I just have a good time. Yeah, I might lose like 7-5 or whatever, but it's a lot more entertaining than trying to just sweat out all the time and trying to just grind away wins on foot champs. So yeah, just make sure you're doing things to have fun. You're not going to enjoy a tactic, you're not going to enjoy anything if you're not having fun whilst you do it. So play around with things, try and sort something out, and you know, have a fiddle, or have a fiddle, have a mess around, should I say, with the kind of things that you could do. There are a million things you could do in FIFA. There are a million things you could do with the tactics. Try and find something that works for you, and just try and find something that you can have a bit of fun with. I know winning is fun. Winning is obviously really fun, but sweating out all the time and absolutely grinding foot champs, it isn't necessarily fun. So, you know, have a mess around and see what you can do. But anyway, guys, that is going to be everything. I really do appreciate everyone who's liking and subscribing. If you do drop a like and subscribe, then I do thank you very much. It does mean a lot. I'm enjoying making content at the moment. I want to see how far this can go. I want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I want to make good content. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know down in the comments and I'll see what I could do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all next time.